Dear students in grade 12, good afternoon and welcome to our English seminar for today, in which we're going to discuss Unit 10. Dears, before we start, let's introduce my colleagues who are going to participate in this seminar. Mr. Mazen Abdel Karim, an English teacher from Damascus Countryside Directorate. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Reem Ibrahim, an English teacher from Damascus Countryside Directorate. Good afternoon and thanks for coming.
Yeah. Yes.
Dears, as you know, in Unit 12, in Unit 10, Scientific and Literary section, we're going to discuss a lot of things. Let's start from the unit map. The laptop, please. Yeah. In the unit map here, as you see in the screen, in the listening section, we'll listen for specific information. For speaking, we'll going to ask for and giving advice. In the reading section, we'll cover a text about the culture shock, and in writing, we're going to write formal, to know how to write formal and informal emails. In the grammar, we're going to talk about models of obligations, and in pronunciation, we're going to know how to pronounce questions correctly using intonations. And in the vocabulary section, we're going to discuss some idioms which related to culture. And finally, in the everyday English, we're going to express surprise, know how to express surprise. Yes, before we start, let's watch a video together that talk about our topic, which is culture shock. The video is silent. We don't have any voice. Just we want to listen, to watch. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Mazen, this is a video. What do you understand from it? What's the message behind this video?
Well, the message behind this video is the man, how he feels when he goes abroad.
Yeah.
He may face some problems. He may experience culture shock.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's your opinion,
Okay,
Ms. Reem?
as my colleague told you, that we may face many problems, many difficulties regarding the language, regarding the habits, the style of clothing, and everything about the society maybe.
Yeah.
So all of these we have to find way to deal with. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
as you see, we have someone who saw something different related
Yes.
to food, and he ran away.
Yes.
Why he ran away?
Okay, because he didn't used to eat this kind of food. It's
Yeah.
different from his
It's,
own country, from his
so-
own culture, and his mom's cooking maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
If when you travel abroad, Mr. Mazen,
Yeah.
Ms. Reem, you may ask yourself these questions. Let's start one by one.
Yes.
For example, the first one: how many times a day can I listen if I were abroad?
Yes.
I'm asking myself here, or
Yes.
wondering. I listen to the word hello. How many times? Yeah.
Yes, you might hear hello countless times. It's a common greeting worldwide.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
hello, all the world.
Use this word.
Yes, know this word.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Am I supposed to reply?
Of
by
course,
word?
I think we're supposed to reply. It's a polite gesture.
Yeah.
Okay, to reply.
Yeah, good.
Yes, I think this.
Yeah, good. Mr. Mazen,
Yes.
are people being friendly or just curious?
Well, some people are friendly and some
Yes.
people are curious. So we
they
have
are-
both
Why?
kinds.
Why they are curious?
Well, they want to know everything about you.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yes.
think we look like different in other countries.
Yeah, good.
Okay, for them,
Yeah.
Yes.
according to their point of view.
Yes.
So we look like different in our way of clothes, maybe talking, maybe facial features. Yes,
And-
you know.
and,
And maybe
sometimes
the dress.
Yes,
the
maybe I
dress
told
and
you.
sometimes your behavior.
Yeah,
Yes.
your behavior. Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Why do little children stare at me? We know that the children
Okay.
are more curious than old people.
Okay.
Yes.
In general, children in general find everything different, and they are always surprised, and they want to know everything.
Yeah.
So, especially when they see someone outside their neighbors, outside their country, of course they will ask and stare at you. It's a normal thing. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Do I really look that different if I
Well,
were abroad?
yes. In foreign country, you may be unusual to local people.
Yeah, good.
For this reason, people start staring at you.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
So you introduce the topic of
Okay, so-
the reading section. So as you know, dear students, today we're going to explore a phenomenon that many of us might experience when stepping into a world quite different from our own. It's called culture shock. And it's not just about the initial surprise or confusion we feel. Actually, as we look into the topic, we'll learn not only about the challenges, but also the personal growth that can come from such experiences. Let's discover together how to navigate through the waves of the culture shock.
Yes.
Yes, who wants to
Okay.
answer?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, Ms. Rima. What's culture? Before we talking about the culture shock, we first
Okay.
need to know what's the meaning of culture.
Okay, when we say culture, we mean everything related to society. Okay, social norms,
Yeah.
habits, traditions, maybe our way of cooking. Okay, what we eat, what we drink. Okay, all of these related to culture. What are the maybe rituals? Okay, what are the norms that your society follow? Maybe. Okay, of course, each country and every country has its own culture. Okay, so when we travel abroad, we maybe, or of course, we will feel shocked by their culture. Yes.
Good.
Yes, and
Six.
add,
Do you have to add
yes, I
anything?
add something.
Yeah.
The music, your music,
Yes.
your music of your country is different from maybe
Yeah.
the foreign country. Your
Yes.
music, your art, your language.
Which express creativity, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
good.
So a culture shock is an experience. It's a full experience, to a great experience you will come through when you travel from your country to another country.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Thank you. Another question, Mr. Mazen. What's culture shock?
Yes, a culture shock is experience people may experience when they go abroad. So when you go abroad, maybe in the same country, in two different cities, you feel
Yes.
this culture shock. How about if you go
Right.
to a foreign country?
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
You will feel
Which is so different from your own.
different,
Yeah.
very much, totally different from
Yeah.
your own country. So you experience a new culture, a new behavior, new social event, new ceremonies, new food, new language. So you will experience this culture shock.
Yeah, it's called culture shock.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Another question for you, Ms. Rima.
Yes.
We have a question. What are transition shock symptoms? We have many symptoms when we travel abroad.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So culture shock symptoms. Okay, some people feel angry. Okay, get angry.
Why?
Angry. For
Why do
example.
they get
Okay, maybe let's talk about men. Okay, okay. University students. Maybe a Syrian student wants to complete his higher study outside Syria. Maybe, Syrian men or Syrian students depend on their mothers and sisters regarding cooking
To do
and
housework,
washing
work,
dishes.
you mean?
Maybe
Yeah, good.
housework. So sometimes they get a very high point of anger. Okay, they feel like furious. Let's say. Okay, this main symptoms.
Men especially, so
yes,
women
women
don't have
so
culture
don't have
shock.
this regarding this. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
they
point only.
they get angry
Yeah,
and boredom. Okay, our free time. spending free time in doing many activities different from one country to another. Okay, some countries don't have that facilities to spend your free time in. Okay, so you may feel bored. Okay, yes.
Another one.
Yes, extreme, complete, extreme homesickness. Okay.
What do you mean by homesickness?
Homesickness, when you miss your country.
Yeah.
You miss the society, you know. Okay. You miss your country, but you want to go back. Okay. This actually we
it's
call
a feeling.
a strong feeling. You know this word sickness. Okay. It's like sickness.
Sick,
okay. You miss to the point of to be sick. Okay. So you feel depressed and frustrated because you don't want to talk to anyone because you miss your family, your country. Okay, yes. In addition to eating disturbance, you know. Okay, for sure, food is different. Okay, meals are different from one country to another. Yeah. We are used to eat some kind of food. Others in another country they have their own food. So we need so much time to get used to their own food. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
So when you say eating disturbances, what do we mean exactly by disturbance here?
Getting annoyed, okay? Getting annoyed and find difficulties in dealing with...
it's a mental state? Can we call it a mental state here?
Yes.
Maybe you eat too much or you eat too little. It depends on the person himself.
Somehow, yes, good. Okay, yes.
And the last one?
And the critical reaction to host culture. Okay, you know, you can't react in your own way. Like your own way, okay. You have to know how they will receive your reaction, okay. Yeah. So you have to come through and study their culture to adapt it. Yes.
Yeah, we have another question for you, Mr. Mazen.
Yes.
How long do the symptoms of culture shock last?
Yes, the duration of the culture shock different from one person to another.
Yeah, good.
Some people may feel better and they adjust within a few days. Yeah. But some people find it very difficult, and this may last for weeks or months.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
So we see a lot of people come back to their country and because they cannot adapt to the new culture, with different environment. Yes, good. So as you said, it depends on the person himself. So it's vary.
Yes,
we don't have anything fixed here.
Yes.
No.
Good. But in general, I think it will take some time. I think in general. Okay.
Especially if we have something that's so different from our culture.
Yes,
if we move on to Arab country, it's okay.
It's okay.
We can adapt it quickly.
It's easy. Yes, the language, people can understand us.
Yeah, but if we move on to China, for example,
okay. Oh my God.
Maybe we'll have a year to adapt. Yeah,
yes,
it depends.
maybe.
Yes, what are the 4 stages of culture shock? We'll discuss them in details, but now just mention
count them. I mention. The first stage that a person comes through is the honeymoon stage, when you feel so happy and excited. Yeah. Okay, then you come down to the frustration when you miss your country and your mom, your family. Yes. Then we start to change, adjustment state. We start to change our point of view. Okay, we change our lifestyle. Then with many, so we have many solutions to reach the stage of acceptance and adaptation. Okay, we adapt to the new culture.
The new culture. Yes, so it's started from the honeymoon stage. Then we have frustration.
Yes.
After that we have adjustment and the last one, acceptance. When we say acceptance, we mean that we fit in with the new culture.
Everything fine. Yes.
Yeah. Like our country.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Let's talk about each stage in detail. Yeah. Mr. Mazen, describe the key features of the first stage, which is honeymoon.
Yes, when we say honeymoon, it means the days or the feeling is very good and positive. So the man or the person feels happy, he feels excited because he experienced something new. And you know, when you see something and you feel just excited, you want to know more about it.
Pleasure of beginnings. Yes.
Everything is positive.
Yeah. Everything is new and interesting. We don't have anything else. So we see a lot of people when they travel for the first 2 weeks, or they also capture some
start
pictures
taking photos,
and
yes,
post,
Yes.
post
them,
them on
because
social
they
media.
are so excited,
Yes.
but they don't know how
What will come.
what waits them
They are
later.
waiting for them, yes.
Yeah, good. Yes, Ms. Rima, another question for you. Now, Mr. Mazen talked about the first stage, which
Okay.
is honeymoon. What are some typical signs and behavior exhibited during the frustration stage of the
Okay.
culture shock?
So, after honeymoon, we come when we go back home and we feel alone. We reject this way of life. Okay, I don't know anyone here. Okay, I don't know anything about their habits. What should I do? Okay, so I refuse everything. Especially when you remember your own country, your friends, your family. Okay, so you start feeling worried about how can I change my lifestyle,
My
how can I
habits,
adapt,
yeah,
okay,
to
so I
adapt.
will have many emotional problems, okay,
Yeah.
in this stage.
In
Yes,
this stage.
okay, yes.
So when you mentioned before the symptoms of the culture shock, maybe here we have some symptoms like what? You say it's a frustration
Yes.
stage, but we
worry, anger,
Yeah.
stress,
have stress, and we
yes.
have eating disturbances.
yes,
Maybe
okay,
here, maybe
yes,
here.
this,
And,
all of these causes
And
the
we have
frustration.
critical reaction
Yes,
towards
and
this
yes,
culture.
I will add something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
the person start romanticizing
Yeah.
the hometown or home country, his home country. So he tries to compare the new culture
Yeah.
with his own
His
culture
own
of
culture.
his
Yes.
home country. So he will find problems.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Because it's the second stage, but
Yes.
when he
Yes.
stay
Over
longer,
time, I think.
yeah,
Yes.
things will be better.
Yes.
What are the key indicators that someone has entered the adjustment stage? So the third stage is the adjustment.
Yes, with some time perhaps help from the local, the people of this new country, people will start. The person who experienced the culture shock will start adjustment stage and begin to feel more familiar and comfortable with the new environment and the surrounding. At this stage, a big step towards the feeling at home in a new culture. So he has to experience a lot of problems. He has to suffer in
Yeah.
order to reach.
And he can
yes.
overcome
He can overcomes it
to fit.
yes,
Yes.
to reach the feeling of that he's at home,
Yeah.
Okay,
that he's
may-
in different
Yeah.
colors.
Yes,
good.
maybe actually I want to add that in this stage, some people or all people feel like people around them, they start to understand their way of
Yeah.
life. They don't have any problem with you, okay?
Yeah.
So you have to you come to understand deeply what they mean by this. At the first stage, you understand, you misunderstand them, okay?
Yeah.
So over
But
time,
later-
you start getting used to these people,
These
okay?
people,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
good.
Okay.
So people in this stage maybe feel more confident,
Yes, maybe.
and
maybe.
they can work, they can do anything
Yes.
because they are somehow relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you want
Defi-
anything?
No, no.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Another question, what is the final stage that enables people to integrate successfully? Before you answer, Mr. Mazen, what do we mean by integrate or integration?
Well, integration means the process of fitting in new community.
Yeah,
Yes.
The process of fitting a new
New
community, it is integration.
yeah,
So the adoption stage is the final stage in the culture shock, which contributes to the successful integration. In this stage, people have the ability to function in two cultures with confidence.
Yes.
So in this stage, the person feels confident and he can just behave as if he were just one of the people there,
Yeah, as a citizen there.
a citizen
Yeah,
there.
good.
And they can also, people here can appreciate the difference and similarity between culture and feel confident participating in both.
In
Yes.
both cultures.
Both cultures.
Good. And
We always have something in common, actually.
yeah,
Yani,
Yeah.
despite all the differences between cultures, there must be
Something,
common
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
like what? For example,
Smile.
traditions. Yeah, smile. Or
Smile. When we
the
smile,
greeting,
when we
maybe.
smile at you,
Smile.
when we smile,
We are all just
yes,
human.
all around the world.
First
When you
and-
facial expressions,
Yes.
you
Yes.
mean, maybe or body language. But
yes,
but
body
it
language.
differ.
Okay, when we smile, when I smile at you, you smile at me. The same meaning. Okay, around the world. I
Makes me
accept
relax,
you. Yes.
maybe happy.
Yes,
Yeah,
makes me
good.
feel acceptable. Yes.
Yeah. How can people reduce the impact of culture shock? So culture shock, it's like a problem, and now we want to have anything that related to reducing this type.
Yes, actually, there is no magic solution. Okay,
Yeah.
you have
Unfortunately.
yes, no magic, no magic syrup to this problem actually. So everyone has his own ability, his own way to fit into this community. Okay, sometimes we have to understand thoroughly the difference between my culture and the host country culture, and maybe with the help of locals I can understand deeply how can I deal with. Okay, I can overcome. I have to know the culture. I have to identify my feeling, and if I have a target, actually, if a person has a target,
like for example, studying abroad.
studying
Yeah.
he has to understand that this is my goal, this is my objective. I have to focus on it. Okay, I have to know how to deal with these feelings, and
I have
can
to make a lot of effort.
okay.
To
Yes, and I think I can overcome this difficulty. I
Good.
think this.
So we can't have any solution. The person
Yes.
must find a balance between his own values and the values of the other country.
Other country,
But
yes.
yes, now because of because of the social media, and because the world now is very small,
Yeah.
Yes.
Small village.
a small
Yes.
village.
Yeah.
So before, it's very easy. One
Yes.
advice to all people who want to travel: before he goes to any place,
Yes.
he has to check this place. He has to know everything about this place.
Know the tradition of it
know the
before
tradition,
traveling. Yeah.
know the culture, know the everything about this society. What do they like? What do they hate?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
this
of
is
course.
very easy for
Yeah,
them.
good.
Yes.
So, as you said, the social media facilitates
Yes.
the
Yes, of course.
traveling
Of course.
abroad, and we maybe it reduces culture shock.
Yes.
Actually, social media facilitated everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have now an exercise. We have to match these words with with their definitions from the reading section. Yeah, I'll read the first column. We have many words. The first one, we have frustration, we have homesickness, we have disturbance, invaluable, adjustment, and integration. Please try to match each one with their definition. Let's
Okay.
start with you, Mr. Mazen,
Yes.
please.
The first one, frustration.
Yeah.
Yes, it means the feeling. B, it means the feeling of being annoyed because you cannot control a situation.
Okay.
Good.
Number two, homesickness. As we talked earlier, it's a strong a sad feeling of missing one's home when physically away, when you are physically away outside your country. Yes.
Number three.
Number three, disturbance, which means an unhappy and worried mental state.
Good.
So this has to do with the mind or the mental state of the body.
So it's mental state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number four.
Invaluable, matched to C, extremely useful.
Yeah.
Very, it's worth. Yes.
So this prefix "n" doesn't give negative meaning,
Yes,
as students
yes.
know.
Okay, you know.
So it makes this word more strong
Yes.
Yeah.
here.
Yes,
Number
yeah.
five.
Adjustment, which means a change in a way that someone behaves or thinks.
Good.
Okay,
And
I
the
have
last one?
sorry, I have another example about invaluable. We have a word like ingenious.
Yeah.
Ingenious. Some people think, or some students think that it's opposite of genius. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, extremely intelligent, extremely clever.
We have
yes.
a lot of words
Yes.
like priceless, for example.
Yes, priceless. Yes,
the
priceless.
suffix
It's
here.
different from worthless.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They
Yes.
don't give negative meaning.
Yes, doesn't.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Adjustment. Adjustment. We match it to A. A change in the way that someone behaves or thinks. When
Yeah.
you start to change your way of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the last one, please.
The last one, integration, which means E, the process of fitting into a new community
Yeah.
or
Good.
into community.
Yes.
Now that's everything for reading skill. Now let's move on to talk about vocabulary. Here we have vocabulary related to culture idioms.
Yes.
Before we start, what do we mean by idiom? And
Well,
we cover in book many
yes,
idioms,
well,
and this is the
okay.
last unit, I think,
Yes.
talked about
Yes.
idiom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
what do we mean by it?
Idiom, group of words
Yeah.
which we do not explain it literally,
Yes.
but or word by word, which we explain it as a whole.
Yeah,
It's hard.
Yes. For example, like this, for example, go fly a kite, it means go fly a kite. This is
Okay.
idiom. It means go, I don't want to see,
Yeah.
go away.
Go away.
Like proverbs in Arabic.
In Arabic,
Yes,
yeah,
like proverbs. Yes. Okay.
We have many culture idioms. Let's start with the first one, which is to have a white face. What
Yes.
do we mean by it?
To have a white face means to have many friends. You are so friendly. You are popular. You are well liked. All people like you.
Yeah.
Okay, want to spend time with you. So you have white face.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we say it. It's
You don't
white
mention or mean that you have white face.
face. No, not
okay.
not an appearance.
It's not related to appearance.
Yeah,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
The second one, we have to save face. What do
Yeah.
we mean by it?
Yes, to save face, it means to do something to prevent yourself or someone else from being embarrassed.
Yes.
It's about protecting your reputation in a social situation. So
Yeah,
protect yourself
Protect yourself in front of others.
and others.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel embarrassed.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
And
To
we have-
lose face.
Yeah.
To lose face means that you to be disrespected by other people because of something wrong you
you
did.
make something or
Yes.
you make mistakes.
You make mistakes. Yes.
in front of
Yeah.
people, and
So-
you lose your
Yes,
face.
maybe you behaved in a way that not polite enough. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Good.
Yes.
So we say you lose your face.
yeah.
Study hard in order not to
Ke-
lose
we
your
say-
face. For example, we
for,
say to our
for
students.
maybe for my kid, for myself, keep silence. You, I lost my face because of you. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yes, it's,
Okay.
an
It's
example
a
from
real
the class
example. Yes, real
environment.
example. Okay.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
We have another one. They are 5, I think. To
Yes.
give someone pumpkins. What do we mean by it?
So give someone pumpkin, it means to reject someone or to turn someone down. Yes, and it's a way to say no for an invitation. For someone, for example, invited you to a party,
Yeah.
you give him some pumpkins, it means you rejected, you reject the
Turned
invitation.
him down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we use it in invitation
And
also
proposal.
proposals.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. To break bread with. Okay.
Yeah.
When we like, it's similar to Arabic actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
we have this
yes.
is a
Yes.
common,
Common. To be close friends and have a meaningful connection. We are so friends. We broke bread together. Yes.
Yeah.
Over
For
so many
ages.
years. For ages. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
So we call them culture idioms.
Yes.
Let's do an exercise that related to them. Here we have to choose the correct answer. The first one, please, Mr. Mazen.
Yes, I trusted him, but unfortunately he A, had a white face, B, gave me pumpkins, C, broke bread, D, saved my face. The answer is B, gave me pumpkins. So I trusted him, but he unfortunately he gave me pumpkins.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
turned you down.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
He said no.
Yeah. Number 2.
Number 2, I have known her for a long time now. We, together, we lost faces, we had white faces, we broke bread, we gave pumpkins. Actually, so we have to understand the first part of the sentence,
Yeah.
okay? I have known my friend for a long time. So what it's the suitable idiom is that we broke bread together. So the answer
Good.
C is
Good.
correct, the correct
Yeah.
one.
Number 3.
Number 3, I wanted to save face, lose face, take turn for the worse, give pumpkins. The answer is A. I wanted to save face with my colleagues by explaining why I have been late.
To justify, yes.
To justify my lateness.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Okay.
So to avoid, why do you do
Yes.
this? To
Yes.
avoid
To avoid
Embarrassment.
embarrassment.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
And the last one?
He thinks he would, if he admitted the mistake, A, go under the knife, lose face, break bread, give pumpkins. He thinks he would. Actually, the answer is B, lose face, if he admitted. Some people believe
say-
that if they admit their mistakes, they lose their faces. Maybe they feel shy. Okay.
Good.
Even though they know deeply that they made mistakes, but they
Yeah,
feel
good.
that they lost their faces.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we have in some comments in this sentence, he thinks he would lose
Yes.
face. We could say he would save his face. It's correct also, but we don't have it in the options
Okay,
here.
yes,
So
okay.
some people say if I save my face
Yes,
because
yes,
I
maybe,
admitted. So we
maybe.
have two
Okay,
idioms
so-
here.
So some people they know that excuses, providing
Yeah.
excuses, they save their
Save
face.
your
Okay.
face, okay.
Okay. And some people think that's the opposite.
so
that
we
they-
have- it depends on the person
Yes, of the
himself.
person.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
actually,
So,
yes.
but you know, as a rule, you know, in the exam, you will not be given two
Yeah, to
correct
answers, which
answers.
are correct.
Yes,
So
we
it's
are
the
given one.
sentence from the last exam and
Yes.
the answer
Yes.
we have lose face,
Lose face.
And we have another one in our book. We have save face.
Yes.
So
Yes.
both
Those are
answers
correct.
are
But we don't
Good.
come to them. Okay.
Let's move on to talk about grammar in this unit. We have obligation and lack of obligations. We have many models actually in the present and in the
Yes.
past. Models of obligation are models that express necessity or requirements in actions or behaviors.
Yes.
We have many of them. Let's start by talking about must. Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes, must the obligation come from the speaker. From
Yeah.
for example, I say I must remember my mother's birthday. So
No one forced
no
you to
one,
remember
no
it.
one
Yeah,
just
good.
forces me to remember my mother's
Yeah,
birthday.
good.
So it reflects my personal obligation or the strong feeling that something is necessary, and it's the speaker own opinion or decision that something should be done.
Should
Good.
be done, yes.
And we
The
also
other
use
use?
it.
Yes, must
for-
can be also used to convey obligation shown by written rules or instruction. So, for example, the company, the airlines company, says you must, fasten your seat belt.
For
Well,
example.
this is instruction.
Yeah.
For in the library, you
Must be
Must-
quiet.
must be quiet.
Yeah.
So this is the rule of
Library.
the library. So an instruction. So we can use must.
So we call it written rules.
Written rules.
Yeah,
Yes.
We have here some examples. Can you read them, please?
Yes. Passenger must fasten their seat belt. The obligation is imposed by the airline who wrote the notice.
Yeah, good.
I haven't spoken to Sandra for ages. It means for a long time. I must call her. This means that the speaker feels a personal responsibility or need to call someone.
Yeah. So its obligation comes
From
the
the
speaker
speaker himself.
Yeah, good. This is about must. So
Yes.
we use must for to talk about obligation come from the speaker and to talk about
About
Written
rules.
instructions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another one we
Another-
have to
Yes,
and has to.
Okay, have to and has to also express obligation. But when the application comes from outside, from another person, from the company, from the school, okay. So
From
for
the
example-
ministry, for
yes,
example. So
yes,
we have
to be committed enough. Example, okay, we have to get up early tomorrow to catch the plane. Okay, so the appointment of the plane forced us to come to wake up early. Okay,
wake
so
up early.
the obligation from outside.
No,
Okay,
yes,
not from me.
from you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Okay,
If you
we
wake
have
up late, what happened?
Okay, I miss
Yeah,
the plane.
you
Okay,
will miss it.
okay. For example, we have to wear black shoes in the
Yeah,
past to
in the
school.
past,
We
yeah.
have to wear a
uniform.
uniform, for example. Okay, all
Yeah.
doctors have to wear a white uniform at hospital. All of these examples that the application come from
Come
the
from the outside.
Okay.
To specific people or
Yes.
specific group of people.
Yes,
For
group of
example, as
people.
you say,
Okay.
doctors.
Doctor,
the white
hospital.
dress,
Okay, not
yeah.
all people. Okay,
Yeah.
doctors. Yes.
Good. Now we have should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should it's used to express advice or recommendation, indicating that that an action is good idea. So it's good idea to do this. For
Yeah.
example, you should eat healthy food. So it's good idea
It's
to
a good
eat.
idea.
Yes.
Good idea to eat
But I
healthy
can't
food.
force you to
Yes,
do
you
so.
can't force
can,
me.
Yeah.
Yes, you can't force me to do this.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Will you have an
It's-
example?
Yes,
please.
you should apologize to your boss for being late. So it's good idea to it's an advice or an offer. Yes, advice on a polite or responsibility course of action after being late.
Yeah, good.
So it's good idea to apologize to your boss
Apologize.
because you are late.
Yeah.
Another
have-
example, you should get a good map of London before you go there. This sentence gives recommendation to prepare for a visit.
Better to.
Yes, to London by suggesting the getting of a map for easier journey.
Yeah,
So if you want your journey to be easy, so you have to get a map of London before you go there. It's
Yeah,
an
good.
advice.
Good.
Okay.
We have another one.
Mustn't.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the negative form of mustn't. Okay, something prohibited, something forbidden. Okay, I can't do this because it's a rule. Okay, I can't face these rules. For example, I can skip these rules. Okay, it's a prohibition. Okay, for example, we say you mustn't smoke in the clinic. For
Yeah.
example, something prohibited.
Prohibited.
Okay,
Yeah.
you mustn't eat in the classroom. It's
Yeah.
a rule.
And you will be
actually,
punished
okay.
if you do so.
There's a punishment, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Okay, you will be grounded if you do this.
Yeah.
Okay, you mustn't wait here. It's an example mentioned here. You mustn't wait here. You are not allowed. Maybe in parking.
Yeah.
If you are standing in the parking area, and someone tell you, or the policeman tell you, you mustn't wait here. Here.
Parking.
You're not allowed to stand or wait in the parking area,
Good.
for
Yes.
example.
Good.
Yes.
We have another one. We have don't or doesn't plus have to.
Yes, don't, doesn't plus have to. It means that we have no necessity, the absence of necessity. So there is no need to do this or to perform a particular action. But if you do it, it's not
It's
a problem.
okay.
For example, you don't have to wait here. It's not necessary for you to wait here. But if you want, you can wait.
You can
it's
wait.
not a problem.
Yeah.
No obligation.
There
It's
is no
optional.
obligation. Yeah.
Mm.
Good.
I have another example for this one.
Yeah,
Can I
yes, please.
add it? Actually, something unnecessary. For example, we say we're having our dinner at a restaurant tonight.
Yeah.
Mom doesn't have to cook, but I can prohibit her to
Yeah,
cook.
to cook.
If
Can't
she
force
wants,
her.
if she wants, she can.
It's
cook.
okay.
Okay, tomorrow is holiday. Tomorrow
Yeah.
is weekend. I don't have to wake up early. But if I want, I can wake up
Yeah,
early.
I
You
can.
know, I'm
What's the
used.
matter?
I'm used. Okay, what's the,
Yeah.
no one can punish me.
Can punish
Okay,
you
it's
to do so.
optional. It's optional
Yeah, good.
thing. Yes.
And we have shouldn't. Yes, Mr. Mazen.
Yes, shouldn't. It is used to advise, to negative advice against doing something, typically because it's considered bad or wrong. So, for example, you shouldn't smoke.
Yeah.
So this is negative advice.
Negative.
The speaker is advising that smoking is harmful and you should be it should be avoided.
It should be
You,
avoided.
you shouldn't smoke because it's
Yeah.
harmful.
Yeah.
But
You can advise your friend
yes.
doing
Okay,
so.
maybe
Yes.
maybe two friends
But you
together.
can't
Yeah,
Okay.
two
you
friends.
can't force him
Obligate
to
him
do this.
to do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we have obligations in the past. As we have in the present, we
Okay.
have in the past. The
Okay.
first one had to,
Something
and the opposite of it is didn't
have
yeah,
to.
have
Okay, we
to.
have to mention that they didn't have to. We need
Yeah.
zero form after that.
Yeah,
Okay, we
good.
have to point out this point. After modals, after all
Yeah.
modals, we need base form of the verb.
the verb.
Yes. Okay. So had to when something I am obligated to do in the past. Okay. Last week I had to deliver my project. Okay. I'm talking about an obligation from my teacher
my
that I
teacher.
had to do this
Good.
on time. Okay. Yes. Example here, I had to report the incident to the police. Did you have to get a visa? It's the question form. Okay, I had to report the incident. Okay, something I had to do in the
to
past.
do in the
okay.
past. You are
Yes.
you were obligated in the past to do so.
Okay.
We have another one. Sometimes we have should plus verb zero.
Yes.
We use it for advice in the present.
Yes, present
when-
or the future.
Yeah, or the
Yes.
future. We mean present or future. But when we have should plus have plus verb 3, what do we mean by it?
We mean we are just criticizing the action in the past we use. For example, should, you have to study tomorrow. Sorry, today you have an exam. For example, I'm telling the student, you have to study.
Yeah.
But he did not study
didn't study, but-
yesterday. I have to say, you should have studied.
Yes.
It means I'm criticizing
Criticizing
him
his behavior.
because he did not study yesterday.
Good.
Okay. It also express, I think, regret
Regret. Yeah.
in one way or another.
Yeah.
Yes, regret about the past situation.
Yeah.
Okay, I regret. I feel the regret that I didn't do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I should have studied more. Maybe I can
Yeah,
regret.
I regret it
Okay.
myself.
Yes.
Yes, the last one we have must plus perfect infinitive, and
Okay.
it is used to talk about what?
It's. I think it's must have obligation, past obligation.
Yeah,
Or
we have
deduction?
deduction we
Or
call it.
deduction.
Yeah.
I said.
Yeah.
Mr. Bra- Okay, actually, it's deduction, something you deduce from the situation in the past. Okay, so her car wasn't there; she must have left early.
So you
okay.
concluded because
Okay,
of the evidence
okay.
there.
Yes, okay. I
Good.
have a proof in front of me
Yeah.
that the lights are out. They must have
Good.
left. Okay, for
Good.
example. Okay. He, for example, we say he's very fluent. Okay,
Yeah.
he must have practiced,
Practiced
very
a
much.
lot. Yeah,
Yes.
good. We have an exercise and we don't have enough time, so
Okay.
we need
Okay.
to read them quickly. The
Yes.
first one, please.
Yes, in Britain, you drive on the left. So this is a rule. So we use have to drive on the left.
Good.
Yes.
The second one.
He has a backache. He shouldn't carry heavy things.
Yeah, the correct answer.
Yes,
Shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
it's
advised.
I
advised.
read all the options.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
I-
Okay, third one.
Yes, number 3, I'm very hungry. I eat something. The answer is I must, because it expresses personal obligation or necessity.
Number
Okay,
4.
number 4, you mustn't use your mobile phone in a gas station. It's forbidden. So it's forbidden. You can indicate that
Indicate
you
the
have
answer.
indicate the answer.
Yeah,
It's
good.
forbidden, so you mustn't.
You mustn't.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, number 5, Tom doesn't study enough. He should study harder. So this is a recommendation for better academic performance. He should study harder.
Yeah, good.
Yes. If he has a credit card, number 6, if he has a credit card, he doesn't have to pay for something in cash. He can use the card. Okay. But nothing can prevent him, for
Yeah,
example. Okay,
do
it's
so.
optional. But I
optional.
say he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not.
Now, let's move on quickly to talk about pronunciation because it's so important in Unit 10.
Yes.
It's about question intonation.
Yes.
Let's quickly talk about what do we mean by intonation. We have here two statements, A and B. Please read them, Mr. Mazen.
Yeah.
And what's the difference?
Yes, he is going tomorrow.
Is he coming tomorrow? What's B?
He's going tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the melodies of the two sentences are different. The melody sentence A drops at the end, making its statement. The pitch drops at the
Yeah,
end,
good.
indicating
Affirmative.
completed thought. The melody of the sentence B rises at the end, making it a question.
Inquire. Yes,
He's
I- Requirement.
yes, he's going tomorrow.
Yeah.
It means it's like asking question.
Yeah, it's
Is
like-
he going tomorrow?
Even if we have subject plus verb,
Yes.
it's like
okay.
a question here.
Intonation, yes.
But
yes.
Yeah,
the
it
intonation.
needs
okay.
to answer.
Your
or
intonation
confirmation.
indicates that you are asking.
Yeah.
You're
Good.
inquiring.
Yes.
Yes.
So the melody in of the sentence B rises at the end, making it question.
Okay.
The pitch rises at the end, indicating request for information. This difference is in pitch melody at the end of a sentence is what distinguishes a statement from question in spoken
So,
English.
as you said, Mr. Mazen, if we have falling intonation, it means the information is clear and it's completed.
It's affirmative.
Yeah,
affirmative.
but if
Okay.
we have rising
Rising
information, we need
We
something
someone
Yeah.
to confirm.
to confirm or to assure about
yes.
something. Yeah,
Yes.
good. We have intonations in many cases. The first one, if we have WH questions,
Okay.
yes, please, Ms.
In,
Lima.
in WH questions, actually, we use following intonation. Okay, and we say at the end of the question. Okay,
But
we
we
are-
start, how
when
we start?
What's the time?
What's the time? Yeah,
Where do you live?
Yeah,
Where do you live? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm focusing on the place. I want you to tell me where. Okay,
Yeah.
so I rise. My voice goes
So
up.
this is the
okay,
most
yes.
important word in the
Okay,
sentence.
yes, in WH question at the
Yeah.
beginning rising intonation and at the end it's come to falling
Yeah,
intonation.
good.
Yes.
Yes. Number 2, in yes/no question, we use rising intonation. The speaker voice rises on the last content word or phrase. This type of intonation signal that the speaker asking for confirmation
Yeah.
or clarification from the listener.
Yeah.
Example,
Example.
are you going to the party tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Yes.
Are you going to the party tonight?
Yes.
So you will have to raise your
To
voice.
rise the voice.
In the last time.
Yes. Have you got a pen?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
have you got a pen? So we
Yeah.
have to rise the last word.
Okay.
Okay. Number 3. We have question tags and we have two
Two
cases
two
here.
cases. Yes.
Yeah. The first one, please.
Okay, when we expect confirmation, I want the addresser to confirm me this I have falling because I'm not sure. Okay, I have falling. You're French, aren't you? Yes, you're French, aren't you? He's very tall, isn't he? So falling because I'm not sure. I need confirmation. Yes, from the addresser.
Yeah.
Okay, if the question tag holds a less certainty, okay, we use rising intonation. You're French, aren't you?
Yeah.
My voice goes up.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yes.
goes up. Your train leaves
Okay.
at 6.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't
so,
it?
Yeah, you have to
Yes.
raise
Yes.
your intonation.
Yeah.
And the last case, Mr. Mazan,
Yes,
please.
the last case in question that offer choices.
Yeah.
When presenting option, the speaker voice rises on the first choice and fall on the last choice. This pattern helps to differentiate between the option being presented and signal to the listener that a selection is expected.
Yeah.
For example, do you prefer reading poetry or prose?
Yeah.
Do you prefer reading poetry or prose?
Yeah, good.
Yes. Would you like? Would you rather be doctor, psychologist, or an engineer?
How many choices here you have?
Here we have
You
three
have
options.
Yeah.
So the first
two
are
rising intonation.
Intonation, yeah.
The last one is
you
falling
have to follow
intonation.
the intonation
Yes.
here. Good. We have an example or an exercise here. Which question has a rising intonation at the end? Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes. The options are: would you like to walk or to take the bus? Okay, here we have two options. Okay.
Yeah.
I want the rising. Okay. When we have two options, the intonation is falling. Okay. So it's this option A is excluded. Where do you live? Okay. We have here also falling situation. In
Good.
WH questions, we have falling intonation at the end of the question. What time? As I told before, as I said,
It's a
so it's a
WH
WH question. So I
yeah,
have
good.
falling situation.
And the last one.
Are you going to the party tonight? Okay, so I raise my voice. Okay, so here rising intonation because it's a yes or no
good.
question.
The second one, please, Mr.
Yes.
Mazen.
Which question has a falling intonation at the end? Do you prefer to study nursing or education? So here the last one is falling because we have option. Have you talked to a professor? Here we have rising intonation
Good.
because it's
Yes, no question.
Yeah. Was the article published? Also another example. It is rising intonation. Would you rather have tea? Would you rather have tea? Also
it's
rising
rising
because we
also.
have one option.
So the
only.
correct answer is A.
Is A, which
do-
is do you prefer to study nursing or education?
Education. Good. And the last skill, we only have 1 minute. We have quickly to cover this everyday English. It's
Okay.
about expressing
Yes, it's very
surprise.
important.
Yeah. Can you
We
read
have-
them, please?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have many phrases we can express surprise.
Yeah.
We feel surprised. The first one: how amazing! How
Yeah.
amazing!
Good.
Oh, that's incredible! Yes, exclamation mark. Notice. Are you serious? Are you seriously? We say, for example, you're kidding
Yeah.
me. Yes. Do you seriously expect me to believe that?
Yeah, Mr. Marzan,
Yes,
please.
I'm not surprised. That's totally ridiculous. I will take a word for it.
Yeah, good.
You're going to do what?
Yes.
You could have fooled me. That's absolutely amazing. Another way of expressing surprise, to repeat a very important word. For example, I say, I am going to go to Latakia. You say,
Latakia?
Latakia?
What do we put after it? When
Exclamation mark.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Good. I think, dear students, that everything's for today. At the end of this session, let me thank my colleagues who participated in this seminar. Mr. Mazen Abdel Karim, an English teacher from Damascus countryside, thank you for coming and for your fruitful participation.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Rima Ibrahim, an English teacher also from Damascus countryside directorate, thanks for coming and for first participation.
Yes,
thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you so much.
Dear students, as we wish we have covered everything in this unit. As we see you in the next seminar, we wish you all the best and goodbye.